can't tell, it is freaking deer season. Finally, here in Ohio. Season came in a week ago today. I wasn't able to get out all opening weekend, just too busy. I'm out here on the new farm. It's hot. It's about 80 degrees. So I'm not too worried about boogering anything up out here. If you can't tell, they've already cut the beans on this field. My plan is to go back in these woods where Matt and I found that ladder stand in that oak flat, and I'm going to set up shop there. I'm going to walk the edge of this field, see if I can see any rubs or anything like that yet, but I'm going to check this camera too while I'm down here, and then once I get up in the stand, I'll go through the rest of my setup. So, it's finally here. See you guys up in the stand. Alright guys, just got set up in the tree. I'm in a two-man ladder stand that they put out here. And it's actually on an oak tree. And it's been dropping acorns since I've been out here. I'm in this nice oak flat right here. I have a ton of shooting lanes. I mean, it's wide open in here, which is good and bad. Good for shooting lanes, bad because deer are gonna pick you up. So, like I said, it's Saturday, October 3rd. October 2nd, sorry. But it's October 2nd. Season opened last weekend. Wasn't able to get out. Had too much stuff going on. And like I said before, it's about 80 degrees right now. And it's the hottest part of the day. But we have a front coming in, and it's actually supposed to start raining right around dark, or maybe a little after. And it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so I had to get out. I needed to scratch this itch. Again, I'm on the new farm that we got permission for this year, so I'm not too worried about buggering anything. This stand is set up facing southwest, and we have a south wind, so my scent is blowing straight out here in front of me, which is not good. If anything comes from that way, I know it's pretty thick up in there. This summer when me and Matt scouted these woods, it's actually pretty thick. The whole western side of these woods is pretty thick. I've got a cut bean field out here to my east. I've got this dry creek bed behind me as well. I moved my camera. It actually had over 600 pictures. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll check that tonight when I get home. But I actually moved my camera right back here on this bed. There's a nice trail that goes across it, so I set it up right there. And like I said, there's just a ton of oak trees in here. And I'm betting those deer. You can hear those blue jays. I miss that sound. But yeah, it's a little after 4 right now. Sun sets around 7:11, 7:12. So, got about 3.5 hours. I really don't anticipate seeing anything. But it's just nice to be out in the woods again, actually hunting. So, we're gonna get quiet, cool down a little bit here, and see what the evening brings. 2021, here we go. Alright, well, it's been about 15 minutes. I just checked the weather again, and it's supposed to start raining here in the next 15 minutes. So, thinking I'm probably going to get wet on the ride home, but at least I got out here for 45 stinking minutes. So, if I can get back to the four-wheeler before it starts raining, I might ride down and just check the food plot. Last time I was out here, I talked to the guy that lives in that house, and he said a buddy of his was wanting to bring a feeder up, but he told him since I was doing the food plot, he didn't think he needed to bring it up. Well, when we got to talking, he mentioned that again. I was like, if he wants to bring it up and he wants to fill it, the heck with it. Go ahead. I don't care. I mean, that plot's not going to attract anything, so I might run down there and see if he was able to get it up or not. I can definitely see through the woods here. It's getting dark to the west. So, kind of got the itch scratched. Sucks it was less than an hour sit, but you'll have that. At least now I can go home and watch the rest of the Buckeye game. So, I'm probably going to take my time getting down here and maybe walk around a little bit. See if I can find any rubs or tracks or droppings or anything like that. So, but if we get a break in the weather tomorrow, I'll probably be back out here because I like this spot. So, maybe give public land a try next weekend. Have to be next Sunday, but got a surprise for you guys when I do public land. So, until next time, catch back up with you. Alright, welcome back. It is now October 3rd. It's the next day. It rained all day, the rest of the day yesterday, and basically all night and this morning. It's about 73 degrees. Still a little warm walking out here though. A little bit of humidity, so I'm back in the same ladder stand. We still have a southwest wind. So, but I really think I kind of anticipate deer coming from the south here behind me. Like I said yesterday, my food plot's back there. When I had my cell link back up there, deer were coming off the food plot and working this way. There's a bunch of trails back there. So, I think at some point I'll switch it up, but it's calling for rain again. Now it's not supposed to hit till after dark, but that's what they said yesterday. So, take that for what it's worth. So that's another reason why I chose to just come right back out here, is because if it does start unloading, I can get down relatively quickly. So, man, I'm sweating like crazy. It's not even that hot out. But yeah, it's a little after 4, I think. No, not even. It's 3:48. So, we're going to get settled in here, and hopefully we stay dry, and hopefully we see some deer. sit out here till dark. I'd really like to get a full sit in this stand, just to gauge the activity, if any. Chipmunk. But I guess I talked to the guy that lives in the house when I got here, and one of his buddies came out here this morning and got dumped on from the rain. So, but he also says his buddy that comes out here likes to partake in a little extracurricular activity while he's out here. And I'm not talking about smoking cigarettes. Something else. Which, whatever. That's probably not the best idea in my mind, but you do you, I guess. I don't know. I seen anything. So I think I'm gonna start packing stuff up here, and then yesterday I hung my trail camera behind me here, and either I don't remember what tree it's on, or somebody stole it already in a 24-hour period. So I'm gonna get down, make sure that's still there, and then I think I'm gonna go make a mock scrape back by this tree. So hey, at least we didn't get rained on. Guess we'll chalk that up for a win. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start packing up here. Wish I would have seen a deer. Although, at least now I have a little bit better game plan on how I want to attack this property the rest of the season. So, appreciate you guys watching. I know it was boring, but that's how deer hunting goes sometimes. So, if you liked it, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to really, really get more subscribers. I'd love to get to 100 subscribers here before the end of deer season. We're at 69. So, share this channel with your friends and family that enjoy hunting. We appreciate it. So, see you guys on the next one. Alright, well, I just got back to the house, and like I said, I got down from the stand and went over to check my trail camera, and either Sasquatch took off with it or somebody stole it already in less than a 24-hour period. That camera is the camera that Matt and I put up this summer back in like late June, early July, sometime like that. And it was in the same corner all stinking summer long. Nobody messed with it. I move it over to this tree behind the ladder stand. It was behind the stand about 20 yards, 25 yards. Closer to 20 probably. And the whole time I was up in the stand, I was looking for it. And I couldn't see it, and I'm like, well, maybe I put it on a different tree, or maybe it fell. I mean, I strapped the thing on there as tight as could be. But got down, found the tree that I had put it on. I know for a fact it was, because it was set up to capture two trails coming in on this dry creek bed that's back behind there. Walked up and down that creek bed just in case it had fallen. Maybe a raccoon took off with it or some stupid crazy thing like that. But never found, can't find it. I'm going to chalk it up to somebody stole it. Went back up to the house where my truck was parked, talked to that guy, asked him if, the guy that was out there this morning had, mentioned anything. He said no. I'm like, if you don't mind, you just ask him if he found a trail camera and took it. If he did, I just want it back. I'm not going to press charges, none of that. I just want the camera back. He said he's going to talk to him, let me know. He's, like he said again today, he said that with the trespassers out there, especially now that the bean fields are down and cut, they're just parking on the sides of the roads or parking by those fields and walking back there. So I did, when I checked the card last night, I had, it sucks is there's a really nice 8-point on there. But opening morning, there were two guys that walked by it. And I mean, they were only out there, they walked back by it around like 8:30. Like, who goes out there for 2 hours? And the way they walked by it, they had to have seen it. But, I don't know. I just talked to Matt on the way home. Right now, I don't plan on going back out there. Sure as hell not going to put a camera or anything out there. That's so frustrating. I've never had anything stolen, ever. I mean, you'd almost expect it on public land, but private land. So, didn't see a single deer. Camera stolen. About schwacked an entire family of deer with the truck coming home. Like, literally within inches of hitting a fawn. I could see the terrified look in its eyeball. So, whatever. Great start to 2021. I'm done. I'm done with my rant. Cheers. We'll see you guys on the next one.